Good day, everyone. So now I will discuss to you the next chapter of partnership and corporation. So the partnership liquidation. So a bit review of the solution. Again, nalaman natin from our previous topic that the solution does not necessarily mean formal termination of the partnership. So nagkakaroon lang ng change in capital structure among the partners. So be it caused by admission of a new partner, retirement withdrawal, or death of one of the partners, or bankruptcy or incapacity of a partner, or even a conversion of a partnership into corporation. So whatever it is na kung magkaroon man ng bagong agreement between the partners, so yun yung susundin ng mga partners. So kung magkaroon man ng agreed capital, so yun yung susundin ng mga partners. So the outline of this topic is first the definition of liquidation, the causes of liquidation, the types of liquidation, and the accounting procedures for partnership liquidation. So first, let's define liquidation. It is the interval of time between dissolution and termination of partnership affairs. So ito yung palagi nyo na mabasa. It is also the process of winding up a business. So ang nangyayari dito sa winding up of a business is conversion of assets into cash, payment of liabilities, and distribution of remaining cash among the partners. So, kapag sinabi, balik tayo dito sa conversion of assets into cash, ang sinasabi dito ang assets are those non-cash assets or assets other than cash. So, examples are accounts receivable, inventories, what else? PPE, prepaid expenses. So, those are non-cash assets. So, to convert those non-cash assets into cash, syempre, binibenta yon. It could be above or below their book value. So, whatever it is na, for example, mabenta siya more than its book value, ibig sabihin merong gain, magkakaroon ng gain. So, that will be distributed to the partners using their profit and loss ratio. Or if in case it was sold below the book value, so again, i-distribute siya but it will decrease the partner's capital. Next, payment of liabilities. Ang ibig sabihin nito, after na ma-convert yung non-cash assets into cash, babayaran yung utang. Utang sa mga outside creditors kasi meron dalawang klaseng utang. Utang sa outside creditors and utang ng partnership sa mga partners. So, ang ibig sabihin nito, ang sinasabi dito sa step 2 is payment to outside creditors. So, after mabayaran yung mga utang is the distribution of the remaining cash among the partners. So, what are the causes of liquidation? So, first cause of liquidation is accomplishment of the purpose for which the partnership was organized. So, if in case, nung na-discuss natin, yung sa overview ng partnership, if the partnership was organized for a particular undertaking, and kapag na-accomplish na yung purpose, na-fulfill na yung purpose ng partnership, ay pwede na silang mag-liquidate or mag-wind up ng kanilang business affairs. So, number 2, termination of the term or period covered by the partnership contract. So, eto naman yung partnership with a period, or again, if may particular undertaking as to how long will the partnership exist. So, say for example, for 5 years mag-exist yung partnership. So, after 5 years, magli-liquidate sila. So, kung ano yung nakasaad sa contract nila, kung ilang years lang sila mag-exist. So, yun yung susundin. So, that is one of the causes of liquidation. Number 3 is bankruptcy of the firm. So, of course, kapag na-bankrupt na yung business, that will really lead to liquidation. Next, number 4, the mutual agreement among the partners to close the business. So, kapag nagkasundo sila na mag-stop na sila ng operations, or ito yung tinatawag na partnership at will, kapag gusto lang nila na stop na yung kanilang business, so pwede na yun. So, dito magkakaroon ng liquidation. So, these are the causes of liquidation. Now, we have two types of liquidation. First is lump sum liquidation or liquidation by totals. And the other one is liquidation by installment or piecemeal liquidation. So, dito sa first type of liquidation natin, which is the lump sum liquidation, ibig sabihin dito, yung ating non-cash assets is dapat ma-convert muna siya lahat. For example, we have other assets in the amount of 2 million. So, dapat maubos muna yon, mabenta muna, ma-convert into cash before tayo magdi-distribute ng cash sa mga partners. So, isahan. Kaya nga, tinawag na lump sum. Isahan lang yung pag-distribute ng remaining cash to the partners. So, itong isa naman, liquidation by installment or piecemeal liquidation. So, dito kasi sa liquidation, merong mga partnership na medyo marami yung assets or hindi ganun kabilis yung pag-dispose nila ng kanilang assets. So, every time na may mabenta sila na portion ng kanilang other assets, and kapag nakapagbayad sila ng liabilities na, distribute na nila agad yon sa kanilang sa mga partners kahit hindi pa fully converted into cash yung kanilang other assets. So, mas maiintindihan natin yan dito mamaya sa ating illustration. So, next is the accounting procedures for lump sum liquidation. So, first, sale of non-cash assets and distribution of gain or loss. So, yun yung first step. Second step is to distribute the cash to the creditors. Ito yung sinasabi ko na payment of liabilities to outside creditors. And if may remaining na pera, if may remaining na cash, that will be distributed to the partners. Now, in case of capital deficiency, after distribution of loss on realization, so kapag sinabing capital deficiency, 'di ba kanina sa sale of non-cash assets, what if mabenta below book value yung ating non-cash assets? So, ibig sabihin, magkakaroon ng loss. So, kung yung loss na yon is mas malaki kesa sa existing capital balance ng partner, so magkakaroon talaga ng capital deficiency or magne-negative yung kanyang capital. So, ang tawag doon is capital deficiency. Kapag sinabi namang realization, ito yung conversion of non-cash assets into cash. So, nagkaroon ng loss, so magkakaroon talaga ng negative na capital. So, before tayo distribute ng remaining cash to the partners, we have to eliminate first the capital deficiency as a rule. So, paano yung gagawin natin para matanggal yung capital deficiency na yon? First is meron tayong tinatawag na right of offset. If in case si partner having the capital deficiency, meron siyang loan or si partnership may utang sa kanya, so pwede niya yung gamitin to offset the loss or the capital deficiency. If in case na hindi ma-cover ng kanyang loan yung capital deficiency, or if it's not enough to cover the deficiency, next step niya is to make additional cash investment. That's if solvent siya. So, pag sinabing solvent, meron siyang available cash na pwede niyang ipang-cover doon sa kanyang capital deficiency. But, if he is insolvent, ibig sabihin, wala na siyang pera na pwede ilagay sa business as investment. So, the charging of the deficiency will be to the remaining partner. So, ibig sabihin lang yan na i-absorb ng remaining partners yung kanyang capital deficiency. So, after ng pagbayad ng utang, dito pala sa distribution of remaining cash. So, yung cash is applied first on loan. Ibig sabihin itong loan, liabilities of the partnership to the partners, and then on capital. So, ganyan yung pag-distribute ng cash. So, take note, the final distribution of cash to partners is made based on partners' capital balances and not on any ratio. So, ibig sabihin, kung meron tayong natirang pera, hindi yung paghahatian gamit yung profit and loss ratio nila. So, kung ano yung capital balance na na-solve natin, yun na agad yung makukuha ng mga partners. Now, let's go to our illustration. So, presented below the statement of financial position of ABC Partnership as of December, that should be December 31, 2020. So, given yung kanilang assets, again, all assets other than cash are considered other assets. So, ito yung accounts receivable, inventories, PPE, and so on. And then, the liabilities and capital. So, itong B loan and C loan, this implicates that C partnership is may utang kay partner. So, dapat i-make sure natin na itong assets natin and the capital, liabilities and capital are equal. So, kapag tinanong tayo kung magkano yung capital interest ng isang partner, so ang gagawin natin, yung kanyang loan and yung kanyang capital is i-add natin. Kapag ka naman yung loan is nasa asset siya, so ibig sabihin, receivable siya ng partnership sa partner. So, yun, ibabawas natin yun sa kanyang capital kapag kukunin natin yung kanyang interest. So, we have here case 1. Other assets were sold for 140. So, sasagutan natin lahat ng case para mas maintindihan nyo. So, first case is other assets were sold for 140,000 pesos. So, additional information, profit and loss is 4:2 to A, B, and C respectively. So, ang gagawin natin una is the statement of liquidation. And then, gagawin natin yung ating journal entry for each of the transaction. So, sa paggawa natin ng statement of liquidation, first dapat meron tayong heading. So, ABC Partnership, name of the business, statement of liquidation, and then yung date natin, December 31, 2020. Now, ang gagawin natin after the heading is ipa-plot natin yung ating mga account titles. So based din sa given, meron tayong cash of 8,000. And then we have other assets of 136,000, liabilities of 44,800, B loan 2,000, C loan 3,200, A capital 38, B capital 24,000, and C capital is 32,000. Now, sabi sa problem, yung ating other assets daw is na benta siya for 140,000. So, 140,000 yung nabenta. So, yung other assets natin is 136. So, yung entry natin for our first transaction, sale of other assets is debit tayo ng cash of 140,000 and then credit tayo ng other assets of 136,000. So, again, yung ating other assets is nabenta siya for 140,000. So, kung yung ating other assets is 136, and then nabenta natin siya for 140, ibig sabihin, meron tayong gain on sale. So, yung gain on sale na yun, hindi natin siya i-record as gain, but i-record natin siya as charge na agad sa ating capital account. So, 140 less 136, ibig sabihin meron tayong gain of 4,000 pesos. So, yung 4,000 na yon, paghahatian yun ng mga partners using their profit and loss ratio na 4:4:2. So, eto na yung magiging entry natin. Sa credit side, madadagdagan yung capital ni A, B, and C. So, 4,000 times 40%, that is 1,600. And 4,000 times 20%, that is 800. So, kung babalikan natin yung ating statement of liquidation, so, ipa-plot natin yun ngayon dito. So, yung cash natin, madadagdagan ng 140,000. So, yan. Na-plot na natin. So, yung ating cash, madadagdagan ng 140. The other assets, kung pwede, ang gagamitin nyo, open and close parentheses para mas nakikita siya. And then, yung ating A, B, and C capital, nadagdagan ng gain na 1,616 and 800. So, kukunin lang natin yung balance nila. Okay, so after the conversion of non-cash assets into cash, ito na yung balance ng mga partners. Now, next step, since wala namang capital deficiency or hindi naman nag-negative yung kanilang capital accounts, next is payment of liabilities na. So, babayaran natin yung utang sa outside creditors. So, gawin muna natin yung ating entry. So, eto na yung ating entry for the payment of liabilities. Debit natin yung liabilities or kung anong account yung ginamit, accounts payable, 44,800, and then we credit cash. So, again, pa-plot natin dun sa ating statement of liquidation. So, ayan, bawas sa ating cash, 44,800, and then bawas sa ating liabilities. So, again, compute natin yung kanilang balances. So, yan na ang kanilang balances. So, to make sure na tama yung ating computation, dapat itong ating cash na 103,200 and our remaining accounts, dapat equal yan. So, dapat itong from B loan up to C capital, dapat ang total niyan is 103,210. So, after payment of liabilities, distribution na to partners. Again, take note na pag i-distribute na natin yung remaining cash na 103,200, hindi na natin gagamitan ng profit and loss ratio. So, kung ano yung naka-indicate or kung ano yung amount ng capital nila or yung capital balance nila, yun na yun agad. So, yun na yung makukuha ng mga partners. So, ang gagawin lang natin, kukopyahin lang. Like this. So, yan. Ganyan na ang magiging itsura ng ating statement of liquidation. So, kukopyahin nyo lang. And then, so, ibig sabihin nito, yung matatanggap ni A is 39,600. Si B yung kanyang capital and yung kanyang loan. And si C naman, capital and yung kanyang loan. And don't forget to double rule your final amounts. So, gagawin natin ngayon na yung journal entry for the distribution of the remaining cash to the partners. So, finally, ito na yung entry natin sa distribution to partners. So, debit natin lahat yung remaining accounts, the capital and the loan, and then credit natin yung cash. So, this means na zero balance na lahat yung ating partnership accounts. Now, proceed na tayo sa ating next case. If other assets were sold for 100,000 pesos. Again, the same pa din yung ating procedure. So again, sa sale of, sa statement of liquidation natin, sale of other assets, yung ating other assets is nabenta natin siya for 100,000. So again, yung ating other assets is 136,000. So yan yung ating amount. And then, so kung yung ating other assets is 136,000, pero nabenta lang natin siya for 100,000, it means na nagkaroon tayo ng loss on sale. So again, hindi natin siya i-record as loss on sale, but charge siya directly to our partner's capital account. So, yung 36,000, i-divide natin yan siya using the profit and loss ratio of the partners. So, for A, so, ito na yan. So, yung 36,000, pinaghatian na ng mga partners. So, ganito yung hatian nila. Now, again, after the sale of other assets, is i-plot muna natin dun sa ating statement of liquidation. So, after natin ma-plot, ito na yung balances ng mga partners. So, yan. Deduction sa kanilang capital accounts. So, for A, 23,600 na lang. For B, 96. And for C, capital is 24,800. Now, next step is payment of liabilities. Again, the same pa din yung ating procedure. Yan, after na mabayaran yung utang, so the same pa din, mababawasan yung ating cash ng 44,800. Ibig sabihin, meron lang tayong 63,200 which will be available for distribution to the partners. So again, kung ano yung capital balance nila, yun na yun. So yun na yung matatanggap ng mga partners. So dito tayo sa ating journal entry. So, ito na yung ating journal entry. So, sa payment of liabilities and then sa distribution to the partners. So, kung ano lang yung ginawa niyo sa statement of liquidation, ganun lang din yung magiging entry nyo. So, I hope naintindihan nyo na ha. Kahit konti. Now, let's proceed to the next case. Other assets were sold for 74,000 pesos. So now for our journal entry, again, sa sale of other assets, 74,000 yung nabenta natin. So debit tayo ng cash na 74. And then yung difference na ating cash and other assets, yun yung loss natin. So that is 62,000. So 62,000 again, we'll distribute that using the profit and loss ratio of the partners. So 24,800 for A, as well as KB, and then KC is 12,400. So now, plot na natin sa ating statement of liquidation. So, ayan na. At 74,000, yung ating cash, i-add natin, and then bawas yung ating other assets. And then, copy lang yung mga hindi kasali sa transactions. And then, the capital accounts, mababawasan. Okay, meron na tayong capital deficiency of 800 for B capital. And then, for C naman, C capital is 19,600. So, kung babalikan natin yung ating discussion kanina, in case na merong capital deficiency, so ayan. First is offset against the loan balance, and then if solvent, make additional cash investment, and if not, charge to the remaining partners. So since dito sa problem is meron naman loan si B, so magagamit natin yung right of offset. So paano ang gagawin? I-eliminate natin itong negative 800. So kunin natin yung 800 doon sa kanyang loan na 2,000. So gagawin natin, bawas natin yung 800 dito. So ganito yung mangyayari. Babawasan natin yung kanyang loan ng 800. And yung 800 na yun, ilalagay natin sa kanyang capital para ma-eliminate yung kanyang deficiency. So, mangyayari niyan, mazi-zero out na yung capital ni P partner. So, yung magiging entry natin yan is ganito. So, ito yung magiging entry natin for the elimination of capital deficiency. So, debit tayo ng B loan, 800, and then credit tayo ng B capital of 800 pesos. So, again, kunin na natin yung kanilang balances after na ma-eliminate yung capital deficiency. So, all other accounts na hindi na galaw, the same pa din. And then, yung B loan magiging 1,200 and the B capital is magiging 0. So, after natin ma-eliminate ang capital deficiency, is magbabayad na tayo ng utang. So, ayan na yung ating after payment of liabilities. Ito na yung remaining cash natin, 37,200. And then, B loan up to C capital is that should be 37,200. So, please check. Dapat chine-check nyo yan every now and then kasi nga baka meron kayong nakaligtaan. So, after nyan is distribution to partners na. So, gagayahin lang natin yun kung anong amounts yung nasa itaas. So, that's it. Yung matatanggap ni A, 13,200. Ni B, syempre yung loan niya na 1,200. And then kay C yung capital and kanyang loan. So to record the payment of liability and the distribution of the remaining cash to partners, so ito yung entry natin. Liabilities of 44,800 and then distribution to partners, yung remaining cash natin is 37,200 and so on. Again, kung ano yung ginawa nyo sa statement of liquidation, ganun lang din yung mangyayari sa journal entries nyo. Next, proceed na tayo sa next case. So next case is other assets were sold for 68,000, assuming that the deficient partner was solvent. Okay, so plot na natin agad. So again, nabenta natin yung non-cash assets or other assets at 68,000 pesos. So ito na yung ating entry for the sale of other assets. So dito tayo sa sale of other assets. So 68 yung natanggap natin pera, pero yung other assets natin is 136,000. So half talaga yung loss. So yung loss natin is 68,000 that will be distributed using the profit and loss ratio. Again, 68,000 times 40% for both A and B, and then 20% for C. So yan yung kanilang loss. So plot na natin sa ating statement. So ito na yung kanilang balances. Again, si B na naman ang nagkaroon ng capital deficiency. So again, to eliminate that, gagawin natin or gagamit natin yung right of offset. So yung kanyang 3,200 is i-absorb ng kanyang loan. Since 2,000 lang, so kulang. So gawin muna natin. So eto na. After na magamit yung right of offset, negative pa din or meron pa din capital deficiency si B by 1,200. So, next step is, since solvent siya, sabi ng problem, so, ang mangyayari is, magkakaroon siya ng additional investment, cash investment. So, ganito ang mangyayari. Okay, so after na makapag-invest ng additional cash, so yung B capital is 0 na. So, wala na siyang capital deficiency. Now, we can proceed na to the payment of liabilities. But before that, gagawin muna natin ng entry yung kanyang right of offset and additional cash investment. So, ito yung entry natin for the elimination. So, right of offset, yung loan niya, mababawasan ng 2,000, mapupunta sa capital account niya. And then, yung additional cash investment, we debit cash and then we credit the capital account of B in the amount of 1,200. So, kung magkano lang yung capital deficiency niya, yun lang yung cash na i-invest ng ating partner. Next is the payment of liabilities. Again, we have the same entry, liabilities and cash of 44,800. So, eto na ang ating balances. After natin mabayad ng utang, meron tayong 32,400 na remaining cash. And that cash will be distributed to A and C partner and yung C loan. So, ganun lang. So, eto na yung ating amount. So, proceed na tayo sa ating journal entries. So, eto na yung ating entry. Debit A capital 10,800, C capital 18,400, C loan 3,200, and then cash of 32,400. So, we are down to our last case. The non-cash assets were sold for 100,000. And then the deficient partner was insolvent. So, excuse, mali pala yun. Dapat 68,000. Sa case 5, 68,000. And then the deficient partner was insolvent. So, again, since the same lang yung ating amount, ang pinagkaiba lang ng case kanina sa case ngayon is that insolvent yung partner. So, dito na tayo. The same pa din, yung B capital natin is deficient pa din ng 1,200. So, ang gagawin niya, since insolvent siya, or ang gagawin ng partners dito is, i-absorb nila itong 1,200 na capital deficiency ni partner B. So, paghahatian nila using their capital or their profit and loss ratio. So, 4 is to 2. So, wala na yung isang 4. So, 4 and 2 na lang, which means 4/6 and 2/6. So, for A, 4/6 and KC is 2/6. So, yung 4/6 natin is 800 and then KC naman is 400. So, yan na. After na ma-absorb ng mga remaining partners, si B, ito na yung kanilang balances. So, 10,000 for A, and then for C is 18,000. So, again, payment of liabilities, and then distribution to the partners. So, yan yung kanilang balances. Now, balik tayo dun sa ating journal entries. Now, to eliminate the capital deficiency, ito na yung entry natin. B loan of 2,000, right of offset, and then we credit B capital, and then yung pag-absorb ng kanilang ng remaining partners sa sobrang deficiency ni capital ni partner B, 800 and 400, and then and so on. Itong payment of liabilities and the distribution to partners. So, I hope na naintindihan nyo yung ating discussion. So, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask sa ating GC. The next video will be the liquidation by installment. So, that will be uploaded siguro tomorrow or the next day. So thank you and God bless.